Hi, have you been wondering where I've been? Well, I was in prison. Wait, I misspoke. I meant I was reading about silly lesbians in prison. Well, since now I've read every Prison Yuri ever, I have some thoughts. And this tier list. Empty right now. Buckle up, because this is where normal meets alien. Yes, I remembered to do my little catchphrase. So, our first Yuri. Satanophony. Satanophony. Not funny. Either way, it's ass. F tier. AKA, I will never recommend this to anybody ever. Why, might you ask, do I not like this manga? Well, it's pretty simple. It's because it's about to say ass again. Not a good Yuri. It's just not. The story is simple and boring. Girl commits crime and is sent to a very weird women's prison, and other strange women attack her in the prison. All of the women are over-sexualized, which is not my thing, so I didn't like it, nor did I read all of the chapters, or many chapters, or basically more than one. But, you know, if you like sexy women, crazy fights, and minimal to really male gaze Yuri, then this series probably is for you, you weirdo. Okay, editing me. Hi. Why am I here? It's because I feel bad about being mean. So for that, I will read some positive comments, five-star comments that I found about Satanophony, and maybe you'll agree. Maybe you'll like them, and maybe you'll check it out. I feel like I was mean, but also kinda justified in being mean. Because these comments are like admitting that it is kind of revenge fantasy, and I guess I got a bit triggered from the first chapter, and it really left a bad taste in my mouth, so I was looking at the whole series very negatively. It's just not my thing, but maybe these comments will make you think that it's maybe they'll show you that it's your thing. So first comment. Trigger warning. An attempted really great in a really unfortunate way. Situationally, I feel conflicted, but the continuous revenge and retribution I get every other chapter against and makes up for it, no cap. Oh, this is from a banned user. This contains both and strong sexual themes. There is, for example, something sexual showing at least once every chapter, but it is a great story and is definitely not justified, and it is somewhat necessary, I suppose, for the author to show killing vengeance. I really love how they use in a real life serial killers as inspiration for the characters, and that they show strong ass women. I also love the lesbian energy in this. Full caps. So lesbian energy, if you don't like then it has lesbian energy. So 1 point for it, I guess. So if you disagree with me and feel like I'm in the wrong for thinking this about Satanophony, then I guess you got your revenge by making me do extra work by filming this footage. Yay! Okay, back to my older review that I still kind of stand by. But then again, I haven't read that many chapters. But for my personal tier list, it will be going to F tier. Not my cup of tea. Now on to our second manga, Gokuchu. This is the manga that basically made this video happen. The synopsis is very simple. This is bad, I got caught with some weed on me. And now I'm off to jail. Can I make some new friends here in prison? If that doesn't convince you, then I'm pretty sure nothing I say will. This manga is a comedy, and as we know, I love comedies. Like, it's my favorite genre behind Yuri/GL. Well, is it a good comedy? Yes, it is. It subverted my expectations in the very first chapter, and it deserves S tier. But I will put it in A tier just cause I wish there were more chapters. And I will add, I did learn quite a lot about Japanese prisons. Like a surprising amount, which like all of the others do not have. You will not learn basically squat about actual Japanese prisons, but this one you will. So if you're curious about them, then definitely go read. Next Yuri, A Girl's Prison in Another World. Man, I read this Yuri a while ago. It's a miracle I haven't forgotten it. I am a goldfish. I don't think the description quite captures the absurdity of this manga. When Eri Arasaki wakes up, she is put in prison for some reason in a different world. The prison has its own rules, and Eri is eventually involved in a big conspiracy. A different world, prison survival that unfolds in a prison full of girls of different races, each with their own quirks, begins. Like it says big conspiracy, but I don't think that gets the reader prepared for the plot. Cause when I think of this manga, a few words come to mind. Fascinating, plot twist, unique, very gay. When I think about it, this manga might even make it into my all-time top 10 favorite Yuris, which is kinda crazy, cause I've read a lot, but I really did like this one. It made me weirdly think, you know? And the plot twist, man, I did not see it coming. I was like, because if I say, I'm not gonna spoil it obviously, because the plot twist is just really good. Maybe because I'm just stupid, or yeah, or maybe because I'm just stupid, like, but I think it's a very good read, man. I really liked it. I don't know if other people feel the same. Maybe I'm weird. I am, but maybe I'm weird about this. I remember it being a really interesting read, and it is completely finished, so to S tier it goes. It belongs nowhere else. In my head, I read this like a year ago or two even. I feel like two and a half maybe. Like a while ago. The fun thing about this next Yuri is that I completely thought it would be ass. I even made this YouTube thumbnail. Sister Prison. It looked like ass. It sounded like ass. But it turned out to be gold. The description goes like this. A very special prison with only women. I think that's not that special, to be honest. I think there's a lot of prisons with only women. A very special prison with only women. Aon Hyosong, one of the world's leading conglomerates, creates a very special women's prison in order to protect his precious daughter, Gia. There, Gia forms her own harlem. and continues her debauchery life. However, there she also meets Unha, who has been charged with attempted murder. Intrigued by the other woman, Gia pretends to help Unha in her jailbreak plan, but falls into a world of lust for her. Sounds so fucking stupid. Okay, that sounded kind of bad, right? That's what I thought so too. But big surprise, the description is horrible, because it doesn't mention any of the good parts of this comic. Well, what are the good parts? Oh, I didn't realize someone else was here. Well, first off, they say a very special prison with only women, but that's not even the half of it. It's not very special, it's lesbian paradise. It's a prison made for rich people to leave their trouble-making queer girls at. Which sounds way more interesting than a very special prison with only women. But that sounds like you're really nitpicking. Don't worry, they also don't mention the character dynamics, which are the best part of the comic. Unha is a sweetie cinnamon roll with a heart of gold, and Gia, her love interest, is a scheming psycho with mommy and daddy issues. And there are also a lot of other characters which are cool and interesting. Wait, Unha, who has been charged with attempted murder? Are we seriously talking about the same character? Yes, and if you're curious, then just go read the comic. Okay, I mean, I have nothing else to do. So, this is the first time I'm saying this, but I do have a big fat hate boner for long strip comics. And yeah, I will make a video on why I hate them so. But this Yuri is stupid, trashy, and I really enjoyed reading it. I think the plot is dumb as fuck, but it has qualities that make it a really fun read. Very trashy, but fun. I'm kind of getting embarrassed saying it, but S tier. I really did. It's not finished, by the way. It's still ongoing. Next Yuri. This Yuri is a one-shot. Fujiko's bizarre worldly wisdom. White Snake's miscalculation. Description. One day, Jolene Kujo witnesses a bizarre scene. A female prisoner tearfully begging another to draw her a picture. What could the woman taking art requests from other prisoners be plotting? I don't know a lot about JoJo's Bizarre Adventures. I've only watched season 3 or so of the anime, but I do know what stands are. I don't know what the discs mentioned in the manga are, but I think I got the gist. But you, on the other hand, if you don't know squat about JoJo's, then probably skip this one. It's not gonna make that much sense or be that interesting. But if you are a fan and you are interested, then definitely check out the fan-colored version. It's very pretty. And I think this deserves simple B tier. B tier. And now, on to another webcomic. Artificial Body Temperature 76.7. Born in prison, has always wanted to see the Crow. Sue me for smack-talking all these Yuris. From what her mother told her on the day when she was about to be secretly executed. I don't know why it needed to be a secret. From what I've read, didn't really need to be a secret. I think everybody knows. Like, how are you gonna secretly execute them? They are gonna be dead. It's not much of a secret. You killed them. Jill, a sex android, was thrown into prison for a test run. She compasses everything from the outside world in her database. Sue developed special feelings for Jill, although she didn't care that the words Jill spoke were programmed from her own consciousness. Unable to distinguish her own human feelings. In this small cell, the lonely Sue got her first doll. Kinda gross. She met a person who could bring her solace. Kinda sounds more like a book, no? A book description than a comic. Like, they have different vibes, right? Or is that just me thinking? This is another long strip comic. It has quality, so it does have qualities I don't like. For example, the love story is very rushed, which makes it feel very wonky and weird. And there aren't many chapters, and they're not being updated, so it's hard for me to make heads or tails of what's going to come, if they're gonna improve or not. Which is sad, because there are things that I do like about this comic. Like, I do actually like the art, even though they do use quite a lot of 3D assets. Not more than the usual, I think a bit less, but 3D assets, obvious ones, still do kind of piss me off. I don't like them. They do not feel natural. But alas, it only has, don't have 12 fingers, 12 short chapters. So I will be putting it quite low. E tier. Or the one below B tier, which is probably E tier, if I'm remembering right. And now to our last entry. Yes, in all of existence, I think, not all of existence, but yes, I did find 7. These are 7. Yes, I did only find 7 Prison Yuris to read and review and rank. If there are more, send me them somehow. Mail me. You know where I live. Just send them to me. Welcome to the prison town. The manga tells the story of Akari, who, for some reason, ends up in a prison city, where she meets the shy and mysterious Mary. Their relationship changes as Akari approaches her mysterious colleague. Mwah. Perfection. Simple and concise. The only thing I need to add is read this manga if you are a fan of Halloween core, marriage life, furries, yes, or little sister ex big sister. I'm not talking about incest. You know what I'm talking about. You know. Please? Please? You know, right? Not just me. Is it my all-time favorite? No. Did it change my life? No. But it is a nice little Yuri spooky read. So, S tier it goes. Right. So, S tier it goes. S tier should be there. I hope you guys will like and comment, and most importantly, read a new Yuri. Gonna sneak up on you. Bye!